Hey everybody, this is Mike coming at you again. I got another summertime backyard barbecue recipe for you. This time it's going to be baby back ribs. The wife and I went to Trader Joe's this morning. I saw some baby back ribs that looked really good, great quality. Price was pretty good too. Here they are. Really nice quality. So we're going to put these in the smoker this morning. And we're going to use the 3-2-1 method. We're going to smoke them for 3 hours. We're going to wrap them in foil, and then I like to put them in the oven for 2 hours at around 250. You can put them back in the smoker at 250, but I prefer the oven. It saves on propane. And then back on the grill or the smoker to get the sauce all crusted up on the ribs at that point. So 3-2-1, 3 hour smoke, 2 hours oven, 1 hour back on the grill or the smoker. It's a hot day in Central Florida. We've been hitting 100 degrees here the last couple of days, so I'm starting a little early. You need about 7 hours from start to finish. You're not actually doing stuff 7 hours, but 7 hours from the time you start to the time that you are ready to serve your ribs. So the first part of this video, I'll show you how I prep my ribs from beginning to end. I'm not going to skip any steps. Prep my ribs, get them in the smoker, and then we'll go step by step at that point as well. This is also an opportunity to demonstrate my pit barbecue temperature thermometer, the remote one. The Maverick that my wife got me for my birthday. Very excited about that, love using it. And this will be the first time I'll be using that. So I got everything together, let's get started. Okay guys, I'm gonna prep my baby backs now. And I'm gonna get them out of the cryovac. And there's gonna be a silver skin on the back side of this that I take off. I know some people don't. The argument being that if you leave the silver skin on, it'll keep the ribs juicier. I don't subscribe to that theory. I think if your technique is good, your ribs are gonna be tender regardless. This rack right here is $4.99 a pound, and it weighed in at 1.99 pounds. This was about just shy of $10 on that rack right there. And on this rack, it's again $4.99 a pound, 2.23 pounds for $11 and some change. So let's get this one out of the cryovac as well. But yeah, I think the silver skin is tough unless you score it with a knife across and down all the way across. I don't think you're gonna have much success with the silver skin left on. So I take it off. This is the first time I've used ribs from Trader Joe's, so I don't know if there is a silver skin, but yeah, there is. So I'll show you how to take that off. And you wanna get a butter knife, and you wanna pick a spot where you know there's a bone, and you wanna get that butter knife underneath that so that you don't tear the silver skin, and that gets it started just like that. I like to get all the way over to the other side if I can. It's not always possible. And then I just start tearing it off like this. And typically if you use this technique, you can get it off with one shot, and I think I'm gonna be successful with that today. And there you go. Silver skin in one shot right there. And let's do this other one. Same technique, find a bone right here. Slip that butter knife right underneath there. Try to do it without tearing it. And get your finger underneath. And then just start pulling it away from the back side of the ribs like this. Okay. And again, it looks like I'm gonna get it in one piece. Just shy of one piece. I tore it right there earlier. Let's get that off right there. Okay, so I also like to take off this piece of fat and meat right here because it's only gonna burn in the smoker, so it won't do you any good. Any kind of piece sticking off like that never works out so well. And get that. And these are looking good. So I'm gonna get these rinsed off and then pat them dry, and then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, so we got our ribs washed off and all dried. And what I like to do is I like to put a very thin coat of yellow mustard. Some people use olive oil. I tend to think that the mustard helps the pork rub to stick better. You don't want very much. You just want enough to give it something to grab a hold of when you put that rub on there. Doesn't affect the flavor at all, but just kind of creates a little bit of glue for the pork rub. I like to do it on both sides. Get it on the ends real well, because I like to get pork rub on the ends of the ribs as well. Okay. Take 5 and wash my hands real quick. Okay, so this right here is my pork rub. I make my own because I like to control what's in it. Sometimes I like sweeter ribs, sometimes I like hotter ribs. This is an in-between. My wife can't take cayenne too well, so I make this up special when we're both eating, and I like it. You can get the recipe on my website. I think I have a video on YouTube for this recipe as well. And you put a real liberal coating on it, just like that, and then you want to rub it in. Just like that. You don't want to cake it on real thick, but you want enough to where it'll penetrate the meat, because we're going to let these sit in the refrigerator for a little bit while we get the smoker ready to go. And you can see how much rub I'm getting on there. And I do both sides. I try to get it on the ends as well. Just like that. And that's about how much rub that you want on your baby backs. Some people like spare ribs. I like both. I like the St. Louis cut on the spare ribs, where after you trim them, they come out looking like this, where it's just the rib part of the bone. I don't like that big piece that comes out on the spare ribs. I always cut that off, use it for burnt ends, but this is basically what you're looking for right here on the rub. And I put this in the refrigerator for about 20-30 minutes and let that rub get into the meat, marinate it a little bit, as it were. And then next step is to set up the smoker, which I'll do now. Okay, everybody, we're out here in the backyard. Got the cover off the smoker. Did a couple of things ahead of time. I attached the propane, got a water pan in there, and got it heated up. I'll show you how I did all that, but it's important to get the smoker going first, because if you put cold water in the water pan, it will lower the temperature of the smoker, and temperature is the key to all of this. So let me show you each one of the things that I have going on out here, and then we'll get started. Okay, so with my smoker setup, I've got several things going on out here. One is I have a bucket of water with wood chips in it. Today I've got pecan wood, but a lot of times I will use apple wood. I really like the flavor of apple with pork, and my spritzer has apple cider vinegar in it, so that's how I get the apple juice flavor from this spritzer right here. Periodically during the 3-hour smoke time, I'll spritz the ribs with this mixture. That is 6 ounces of pineapple juice, 6 ounces of apple cider vinegar, and about 6 ounces of water. And as you can see, the birds are getting into my birdhouse. I put fruit and nut blend up there, and those birds just love it. Those are pigeons, I believe, but a lot of times I'll see blue jays, red birds, cardinals, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, and then this right here is what my wife got for me for my birthday. This is a barbecue temperature thermometer, and what this does is this little remote sensor has 2 thermometers on it. These are hybrid thermometers, meaning one can be for the pit, and you attach that clip to the grates in the barbecue, and then the other one can be for a secondary part of the pit or into a piece of meat. And typically what I use this for is for pulled pork. I'll stick one of these in the pulled pork, and I'll stick one of these in the pit to make sure that I'm maintaining a good temperature. I also like to keep a little countdown timer out here so that I can keep track of how many hours I'm doing the smoke. So here's my smoker. I had a short little video on this earlier. I absolutely love this thing. I know how to use it well. I've got 2 propane tanks because this tank right here is getting really low. That's the one that I had in my Weber Genesis right there. And when that runs out, I think I'm going to use that just to get this warmed up, but when that runs out, I'm going to use that propane, which is completely full. So let's open this up and take a look inside. So what you got here is this chamber right here, and at the very bottom is where the wood chips will go. Underneath that is the flame for the propane. Right above that is the water pan, and I don't know if you can see it in the video, but that water is bubbling, so I know that it's at least 210 degrees, and it's definitely not cold water for sure, because I've had this thing going for a little while. And then this rack right here is where I'm going to put the baby back ribs. Typically I keep this closed because I don't want too much air to get in there. More air, the higher the heat. I regulate the heat with my little dials down here. I've got it on high right now to get the temperature up, but I will turn that down to get it around 250 degrees, which we'll check on the Maverick. So let me get this all set up, and then we'll get the ribs in there. Okay, so I got the full propane hooked up. Now I'm going to get the wood chips in and then put the pork in. Okay, and this remote thermometer is showing that we're at 273 right now. So I'm gonna get the, it's 91 outside. 10:30 in the morning, it's 91 degrees. 97 degrees here in Central Florida. So I'm gonna get the baby backs on there and then lower the propane to slow down the temperature a bit. I'm gonna set the timer for 3 hours, and we're gonna let that smoke for 3 hours. We're gonna check the temperature, maybe add some more wood chips in a little while, but basically it's gonna be a 3-hour smoke. Get a little apple juice, apple cider and pineapple on there. Make sure they stay moist. And then we'll take these two things inside and enjoy a adult beverage. So it took about 6-7 minutes, but we've got smoke now. So we have what you would classically call a water smoker for baby back ribs. And there it is. We'll check back in probably hour and a half to spritz it and to also check the temperature. Okay, we're about an hour and a half into the smoke, and the pit is running about 235, which is fine. That temperature above there is a probe that I put on top of the smoker, just curious to see how much heat is coming out of the top. But it's 235 inside the pit. I think it's a little bit warmer where the baby backs are because that probe is right near the water, and that water will never get above 210, so I think that's why that's a little low. And then just to show you that here in Castleberry, Florida, we are at 98 degrees. This is a little weather station that I have outside, and it transmits its data back into a little panel right here, and it was just 99 degrees. It dropped a degree, but we broke 100 the last 2 days, and it's about 12:30 right now. Also 51% humidity, which is just stiflingly hot. About 6 miles an hour on the wind. But I put some more wood on the smoker a little while ago, and just wanted to show you where we were at. So I added another big couple of scoops to the smoker, and it's really smoking up again. And just wanted to show you guys where we were at. About an hour and a half into the smoke. Got about another hour and a half left. I'm gonna get some of that spritzer and spritz the ribs one last time, and then we'll finish it up in the oven. Okay, so we still have smoke going from that second dump of pecan wood chips, and it's getting to be about that time, and I just wanted to zoom in on the temperature of the pit, which is exactly 250 degrees, and our time, we're about 7 minutes left. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull them because we're right about at the 3 hour mark. It's currently about 2 o'clock, and we started this adventure around 10:30 is when we started prepping the ribs and whatnot. So that gives you an idea of where we're at on the time. So I'm gonna get the ribs off, and we're gonna get them inside where I've already got a preheated 250 degree oven, and we'll pick up inside the house. Okay, gang, so we're back inside. I've got the ribs off the smoker. Just wanted to give you a good look-see. And if you'll notice, we're already starting to get some pullback from the bone. That's a good indication of where we're at on the cook. Got some good pullback here. Beautiful color. Smells really good. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna double wrap them in foil and put them in an oven, 250 degree oven, with some other liquid, and this is gonna tenderize them real well. So let's get this like this. We're gonna put one of the racks on there like that. We're gonna squeeze a little bit of honey. A little bit of honey right on top like that. Let it ooze out. Then we're gonna drizzle a little bit of brown sugar on top of that honey. Okay. And then we're gonna take our spritz bottle and we're gonna pour just a little bit to give it a little bit more moisture while it's cooking in there. It's gonna give up quite a bit as well. So we're gonna fold this over, just like that. And then we're gonna put another piece right on top. Just like that. And that'll give us a nice good seal on the ribs to where they'll kind of steam in that honey, brown sugar liquid that we created for them. So let's do the second one. Got 1, 2, shiny side down. Now a lot of people call this the Texas crutch. I'm not sure exactly where that came from, but purists believe that wrapping ribs in foil is cheating. I don't know exactly what cheating means in cooking. If it's a way of doing something, it's a way of doing something, and the outcome is all that matters in my opinion. So this is how I like to do it, with baby backs anyway, to get them super tender. And a little bit of liquid. Not much, maybe 2 tablespoons. It's plenty. And there we go. Fold that up so none of the liquid comes out. Fold that up. Get another wrap. And there we go. Then we'll put those 2 racks of ribs in a 250 degree oven for 2 hours, which will complete the 3 and the 2 part of the 3-2-1 method. Okay, gang, we've got the baby back ribs out of the oven now. I'm going to take a look at the consistency of them. Let's see where we're at and see if we can put them on the grill. Got my grill warming up outside right now. And this is 2 hours in the oven at 250 degrees. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at the pullback on that. Yeah, those look real nice. Those are real nice. So we're gonna go ahead and get those on the grill for sure. Let's take a look at the other side. Okay. Oh yeah. Looking good on that one too. Got some good pullback on the meat. And now we're gonna sauce them up and get them on the grill. The sauce that my wife and I like are Sonny's Sweet Barbecue, and the reason is because it has no high fructose corn syrup in it, which we try to avoid. It's one of the few barbecue sauces on the market that doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. But it tastes very good, just like the restaurant. Okay, so now let's take them outside and get them on the grill. So as usual, it is raining in Central Florida. I got the grill underneath the eave. I've got the ribs on the grill, and that's what they look like right there, with one layer of sauce. And I'm gonna turn them and then get that other side, and then we'll take a look at them. It's about 4 o'clock, and we started this at around 10:30. So I just put my second coat and turn on these ribs, and the bones are just literally falling off. There's one of the bones there. Probably won't need an hour on the grill. Looks like these were a little bit smaller than what I'm used to, so the 3-2-1 method doesn't quite work out in terms of the timing. The 3-hour smoke and the 2 hours in the oven always works out, but won't need any more pullback on these bones. They're literally just pulling out as I'm turning the ribs. So we'll give them a few more minutes, set that sauce, and then we'll get them inside and give them a try. Okay guys, these are the ribs that have just come off of the grill, and they are literally just falling off the bone. I barely have to touch them. Some people do what's called a double cut, is where you cut along this bone real close, and then you skip a bone and cut along the third bone, and it puts a big thick piece of meat on each side. I don't like that. I like to run it along each bone. It's a little bit easier for me to eat. But as you can see, it's just literally falling off the bone tender, and I assure you, just as good as can be. So let's change camera angles, and I'll give one of these a try. Bad boys are really hot, but let's give it a try. Just falling off the bone. Barely have to pull it. That is baby back ribs my way. Give it a try. It's all about the method. Take care.